have at-large Councilmember Robert White, who stopped by just to talk to us for a few minutes. And this is your first convention?
Yes. Yeah, my first one. It's historic. I'm not a delegate, but I felt like I could not miss this historic moment, and I'm so glad I'm here. I mean, the city has been electric. The speakers, the energy, the messages have been phenomenal, and I think our DC delegation has really made us proud.
So I didn't get a chance to ask the mayor, but I definitely have to ask you, because one of the things I know that to host an event like this, and we're going to get ready hopefully for an inauguration.
Yes.
We do big events. How well do you think Chicago's done?
I think, look, I don't have anything to compare it to,
right.
Because it's my first one. But I think Chicago has done a great job with security. If I'm being honest, traffic management on day one was rough, but like that happens. That's life. But they've done a great job with safety. It's been easy to get around the city, other than the barriers. I think a lot of businesses closed, so traffic has been easy. And Chicago is a beautiful city. I'm always biased to DC, but I gotta give respect where respect is due, and it's a beautiful city.
So what have you enjoyed, I think, the most over the last couple of days?
The thing I've enjoyed the most, aside from Michelle Obama, who is in a class of her own, is the unity and spirit of people here and people in the party. So often we can get caught in the divisions, and usually the divisions are this big and the things we agree on are this big, but we get stuck here. But you see, AOC, far left of the party, to, seasoned moderate Democrats like, Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, speaking the same language, saying this is time for us to come together. This is why it's important. And I love that spirit, because I believe in our democracy. I believe in our country, but it has to work. And I think Barack Obama said it really well yesterday. The world is watching. The idea of democracy, this experiment, is still very new. And it, to some people's view, is on the precipice of collapse. But the energy I see here is that the people will sustain a democratic government.
It's something that I didn't really focus on until last night. I mean, I thought about it. Again, you talk about democracy, you talk about America being a melting pot, you talk about people who've come around the world and made this place a home. And there's no other place in the world like America. And to be honest, like Washington, D.C.
That's right.
And you see that here in the district, where there's so many different interests that you all have to represent. Right. What's the way for you as it relates to being an elected official in the District of Columbia?
Well, I've been proud in DC as a council member. The council members and the mayor, we are decently well known locally, and our jobs matter a lot. Here is the delegates that people elect. The same people elected me elected our delegates, because that's the style of democracy we have. To see them do their work, to see the party at work, has been just really cool for me to see. But also walking around today with my Washington, D.C. 51st state hat, people stopping me, thumbs up, talking to me, folks from Philly. So there's a uniqueness to, yes, our democracy, but a uniqueness to DC. And it's just seeing it all work has been an amazing experience.
So the work actually starts when folks get back home.
That's right.
What do you expect to see in the District of Columbia following this, electric event? How do we keep the lights on, the electricity flowing when we get
That's
back?
Right. Excitement won't get us over the finish line, but we know that DC is going for Kamala Harris. But we don't know that Pennsylvania is. We don't know that Georgia is. So what I expect from when we get home is that Democrats, our delegation, our elected officials are going to come together, make sure we are using our platforms to recruit DC residents to go into battleground states and jurisdictions to knock on doors and do the work. And I'm committed to doing that.
Okay. So anything else you want to add about, your experience here? Why would somebody want to come to a thing like this in 4 more years?
I think you don't know until you get here. I didn't know what I was missing. I was never, wasn't top of my list. I have so much work to do at home, but people should go, because this is really watching democracy at work, and seeing other people who, some people are passive in elections. some people are active. They get excited. Their excitement is what drives the rest of it, the train. So I feel like I'm at the front of the train right now. These are the people that get excited over democracy and push us forward. But there's excitement on the Republican side too. So we need to make sure, as you said, our excitement translates to something else back at home.
Right. Well, Councilmember Wright, thank you so very much for being with
me.
I don't know if there's something I should have asked that I didn't.
I think that's
But I appreciate you stopping by. We've got 2 more days.
Yes.
Tonight, you're going to hear the Vice President speak. Tomorrow, you will hear the nominee accept the nomination.
Yes.
I mean, this show will air on Friday, but is there, sort of looking forward or looking back?
Yes.
What do you expect to have happen on that night? How do you think you're going to go home?
I already know I'm going home overwhelmed with excitement. I encourage people who didn't see last night, the second night of the convention, go back and watch. Watch The First Gentleman. Watch Michelle Obama, watch Barack Obama. It was a masterclass in diplomacy, in messaging, in energizing the base. And I think seeing Kamala Harris, a woman of color, accept the nomination of our party is going to be a beautiful thing. And as the as the father of 2 Black girls, I'm excited to see history being made.
Well, I'd add one more thing.
Yeah.
Listen to the go-go music as the mayor delivers the votes from the District of Columbia.
Yes, indeed.
You gotta feel
and the
proud
applause.
Of that moment and the applause that came after
yes,
that,
indeed.
and all of our delegates, as you said, that were out there. So again, thanks again for
absolutely.
stopping by.
Thanks to the Informer for covering it.
Appreciate it. Okay,
Thank you.
all right.